Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Dalsan TV English News. My name is Abdelrazak Ali. Let's have a look at some of the stories that we have prepared for you. Chinese embassy in Somalia hosts mid-autumn festival reception with sci-fi sensation Wandering Earth 2. Nisa busts army dealer linked to Al-Shabaab. Massive uprising in Mogadishu as citizens rally against Al-Shabaab. Now, the Chinese embassy in Somalia has hosted a grand reception on Thursday in celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival, captivating attendees with special screening of the highly anticipated Chinese science fiction movie Wandering Earth 2. The Chinese embassy in Somalia hosted a grand reception on Thursday in celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival, captivating attendees with a special screening of the highly anticipated Chinese science fiction movie, Wandering Earth 2. The event, held in the capital, Mogadishu, saw the participation of senior officials from the Somali government, local students, representatives of the Somalia-China Friendship Association, and foreign missions stationed in Mogadishu. Noura Mustafa Mukhtar, the state minister in Somalia's Ministry of Education, expressed deep appreciation for China's support in crucial areas such as education, research and skills development among the youth.
Research ka sameeya baara waxa ka jira outer space ka waxay u bixiyeen waa waxa inta ka baxsan dhulka farxad gaar ah noo tahay adinkana waxay idin siinaysaa hami waxa loo baahan yahay in hankiin uu noqdo hamigiin uu noqdo in wadanka ah heerkan gaarsiisan sababta wax loo barana.
She further highlighted China's commitment to education by announcing that scholarships would be awarded to the top 10 students of the 2022-2023 academic year, enabling them to pursue research in the field of outer space. Chinese ambassador to Somalia, Fei Shengchao, shed light on the movie showcased during the event. Adapted from the novel of the same name by renowned Chinese science fiction writer Liu Xin, Wandering Earth 2 narrates a grappling tale of a world on the brink of crisis as the sun approaches the depletion of its energy, exploring humans' relentless efforts to avert impending. Ambassador Fei emphasized the overarching scheme of global unity in the face of adversity, as people from all corners of the world unite to overcome colossal and seemingly insurmountable obstacles to preserve the earth.
The world is in panic, and human beings are actually facing a life or death challenge for all nations. In order to save the earth, people from around the world have united to overcome the difficulties to successfully launch the Wandering Earth project, bringing our common home Earth with us to wander in space for a new livable galaxy. Wandering Earth 2 tells the story.
The Mid-Autumn Festival, a time-honored tradition observed the 15th day of the 8th month of the Chinese lunar calendar, has been an integral part of Chinese culture for thousands of years. Traditionally marked by joyful family reunions, cherished full moon viewings, and the indulgence of delectable mooncakes. This year's festival falls on September 29th. As the reception came to a close, guests departed with a renewed sense of appreciation for the ancient Chinese festival and a deeper understanding of the enduring bond between China and Somalia. The Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency NISA has arrested Zakaria Kamal Sufi Abashekh, commonly known as Zaki, armed dealer suspected of being associated with the militant group Al-Shabaab. The Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency NISA announced the arrest of Zakaria Kamal Sufi Abashekh, commonly known as Zaki, arms dealer suspected of being associated with Al-Shabaab militant group. The apprehension of Kamal, a 28-year-old Somali national, came after 2 months of surveillance by NISA, culminating in his capture as he attempted to flee to an Al-Shabaab controlled hideout. NISA, in an official statement, revealed that Zakaria Kamal had long been on their radar due to his alleged involvement in illicit arms trafficking. The intelligence agency had been monitoring his activities closely, gathering evidence to build a solid case against him. The National Intelligence Organization further disclosed that Kamal was the mastermind behind a well-organized network responsible for smuggling military equipment into the country. Operating covertly, the network employed deceptive tactics, disguising the illicit cargo as innocent shipments. Government forces, acting on intelligence, intercepted and confiscated a consignment of 3 smuggled military supplies back in May. The interception took place at both the port and airport in Mogadishu, preventing these dangerous weapons from falling into the hands of extremist elements. Al-Shabaab, a militant group with a history of violence and instability, has posed a threat to Somalia's security for years. The group has been responsible for numerous deadly attacks targeting civilians, government institutions, and international interests within the country. Now, the capital city of Somalia, Mogadishu, has witnessed social uprising on Friday after its people took to the streets, raising their voices in patriotic songs denouncing the notorious militant group Al-Shabaab.
Mogadishu witnessed a monumental social uprising on Friday as its people took to the streets, raising their voices in patriotic songs denouncing the group Al-Shabaab. Supported by the government's fight against Al-Shabaab, hundreds of civilians, officials and soldiers congregated to make a resounding statement against the group. The monumental gathering, which stretched along the main roads of Mogadishu, reached its peak in the Abdiaziz district, situated on the picturesque beach of Lido. Officials from the administration of the Benadir region addressed the impassioned crowd, expressing solidarity with their cause and emphasizing the nation's commitment to victory. The atmosphere was charged with patriotic fervor as the citizens of Mogadishu resolutely voiced their opposition to Al-Shabaab, defying the very group that has inflicted pain and suffering upon them for years. The crowd sang songs composed in defiance of the Al-Shabaab, which were amplified by vehicles equipped with booming loudspeakers. Soldiers and police officers joined the masses, walking alongside the demonstrators, further symbolizing the unified front against the militant group. Amidst the impassioned gathering, several police officers took the opportunity to address the community, appealing for support for the government's fight against the Al-Shabaab. These officers highlighted the urgent need to stand together in eliminating the threat posed by the group, emphasizing that victory against the militant group was the only acceptable outcome. At the helm of this battle stands President Hassan Sheikh Mahmoud, who has been absent from the capital for 2 months, leading the charge from the front lines.
Now, on to our next story. A military court in Somalia has sentenced 2 individuals to death after finding them guilty of being active members of Al-Shabaab and orchestrating deadly attacks in Galkayo, the capital of Mudug region.
The court has sentenced 2 individuals to death after finding them guilty of being active members and orchestrating deadly attacks in Galkayo, the capital of Mudug region. Anas Abdul Qadir Ali Muhammad, known as Salman, and Adan Mursal Muhammad Ma'alin, also known as Ido, were held accountable for their roles in ambushing innocent civilians who were heading home after prayers at a local mosque. The attacks resulted in the loss of lives including Ilmi Ali Guled, Abdi Adan Siad, Muhammad Jama Muhammad and others residing in Galkayo. During the court proceedings, it was revealed that Anas Abdul Qadir Ali Muhammad and Adan Mursal Muhammad Ma'alin planned and executed the ambush, targeting and suspecting individuals who were engaged in peaceful religious activities. The federal government of Somalia, which has been resolute in its effort to combat the scourge of Al-Shabaab and restore peace and stability, has recently taken stronger measures against members of the militant group.
Now, that story brings us to the end of this bulletin. My name is Abdulrazak Ali. Thank you for tuning in to Dalsan TV English News, Somalia's top #1 TV station. Have a lovely evening.